Soldier 76 is one of my favorite characters to play in Overwatch when it comes to DPS. Mostly because of how ordinary he is in comparison to everybody else who's like a time traveler, a monkey scientist, a freaking wraith out of Lord of the Rings, etc. But to me, Soldier was ordinary, and he just didn't really have any like quirks that really stood out, other than the fact that he looks like something ripped out of an 80s action movie like RoboCop or something. But I guess that's what makes him so extraordinary and why I like him so much. But for a long while, during the mid-season 1, he wasn't really seeing a lot of play because of the nerf that he got when Ana got released. For those who didn't know, Soldier 76 got a change in where his weapon spread recovery didn't recover instantly, and instead, now the weapon recovery starts after a small delay. And this really cut his DPS around 28%, which honestly made it hard for him to fill the mid-range role when McCree, on the other hand, also got his damage fall-off increased and then pulled back in just a little bit, but still, he could do Soldier 76's job, except he also had versatility. I mean, at that point, the only thing that Soldier 76 really had was a sprint and a heal ability, which is great for clutch moments, but he isn't really contributing towards DPS all that well in comparison to McCree. But now, after the Season 2 changes, Soldier 76 has received a few buffs. Well, mostly a buff and a minor nerf, but for the way it works, it goes essentially like this. For Soldier 76, his heavy pulse rifle bullet spread now happens more quickly when unloading fully automatic pulse fire. So basically what this is, they reverted that change that they had, but instead the bullet spread spreads out more quickly instead of it happening sooner. However, they significantly increase the bullet spread recovery time, which makes burst firing feel more reliable and increases effectiveness at longer ranges. This makes them feel less clunky and more rewarding for trigger discipline, which is great, because now that Soldier 76 is back to competing for that mid-range game, it now becomes a question of whether or not you play McCree or Soldier 76 for the mid-range hit scan hero. Because let's talk about these two heroes for a second. First, there's Soldier 76, or mostly known throughout memes as Dad. Soldier 76 doesn't have powerful DPS per bullet, but he has the benefits of consistent DPS. Because of how accurate his pulse rifle is, he can continually dish out damage, which is pretty hell for tanks like Roadhog, Zarya, and even D.Va. Because as much as D.Va would like to try and take out Soldier 76, he can always just run away from her and then just lather, rinse, repeat. Plus, it kind of makes D.Va's job hard when there's also other people trying to shoot her when you're trying to take down Soldier 76. So, in addition to this, and also a burst damage alt fire in terms of his Helix rockets, he can take down armored foes pretty quickly if you're pretty accurate. And not to mention that because of this, he's more reliable in terms of making your shots for his DPS because they're more consistent. Which is one of his greatest strengths as being a hero for the longest time before Ana got released, is because of how consistent his DPS is. Consistency is one of the most powerful aspects of a hero, which is why you always see Reinhardt, why you always see Lucio as the primary picks. And for the longest while, that's why you also saw Soldier 76 as the primary DPS for mid-range hit scan. And now, not only this, he also has an ability known as Sprint, which has no cooldown, and while he can't fire while using it, he can engage or disengage from fights pretty easily, enabling him to pick and choose his battles. And not to mention that if he gets killed, he can rush back to the objective really quickly to help defend it, which makes him pretty great for defense. And not only that, his heal is a godsend. Not only healing himself, but he also heals people around him, which is great for those clutch moments to hold on, to help those low health heroes to be able to hold on for just a little bit longer until the support comes to bail them out. And not only that, he's also a bailout for other supports that can't really defend themselves, such as Mercy being targeted by Winston. All he has to do, put the healing field down, and he can help Mercy heal long enough to be able to scare off Winston because of Soldier's DPS. And then there's Jessie McCree. Jessie McCree can be able to output more damage per bullet than Soldier 76, but this also comes at the price of not being as reliable on aiming. Now the pros really don't worry about this so much, but it's still something to note about. If you can make your shots as McCree, I'd say go for it. And he also has more versatility in terms of his kit. He has a combat roll which not only helps him get him slightly out of danger, but it also instantly reloads his Peacemaker and keep firing that left click. And not only that, it also is an integral key for his Span the Hammer combo, which is also initiated by the stun grenade, which is great for hitting those really quick heroes like Tracer, Genji, and even just stopping a Reinhardt charge from killing one of your teammates. And not only that, it also opens up the Reinhardt from huge concentrated fire from your team while he's trying to hold up his shield by throwing it above his shield. But now we go about the weaknesses of these two heroes. Both of these heroes are lacking in vertical mobility, so he'll have a hard time getting people off the high ground, such as Widowmaker, Hanzo, and Junkrat if they don't have stairs to be able to get up there. Now that being said, while Soldier 76 is more consistent with his DPS, he still doesn't really do all that much damage in comparison to McCree's burst damage shot. Basically, the way I see it is this: if you can make all your shots count with McCree, it's probably best for you to stay as McCree. However, McCree is slow. Sure, he does have his combat roll, but it really shouldn't be used to getting where you need to quickly, because it does have a long cooldown. And if you mess up your flashbang and your roll, you pretty much don't have a lot to work with, particularly if you weren't able to get the characters that you were supposed to counter, like Genji or Tracer. Now while Soldier 76 does have his Helix rockets trying to hit those characters, it requires patience, timing, and a little bit of luck. So while yes, McCree does come with more versatility in terms of his kit, Soldier 76 has more reliability. Basically, it comes down to a basic principle about Soldier 76. If you're in doubt on whether or not you could do this much work with McCree, then just stick with Soldier 76. Soldier on. His heal is always reliable to be able to use, and because it not only heals himself, but also heals people around him. So don't be afraid to use him, because he's always reliable. He's never not a good pick. It's just when you need him, you need McCree to be able to take on those counters like, say, Genji or Tracer, or if you just feel like you'll be more comfortable doing burst damage and be able to nail those shots, then feel free to do it. Just be aware that if you get stuck in a fight with McCree and you can't win, well, just be prepared to die. Because at least with Soldier 76, you can be able to engage or disengage from fights if it goes south. Anyways, that's it for this video, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know who you play as. Do you play as Soldier 76 or do you play as McCree? And do you think either one is better than the other? Let me know down in the comments. And until next time, guys, I'll see you later.